and this is my MWA1 video media lab thing. Um, so the whole purpose of this video and this paper that is all about decoding poetry, and to me, poetry is the one subject that I'm struggling and the one art that is very peculiar because I never even read a poem in my life until this semester, but I'm learning. And when I'm saying decoding poetry, poetry has metaphors and sayings that it sounds beautiful or dark or whatever genre the poem has, but some people don't know what they are talking about and what do the huge meaning of it and stuff. But reading it, it's like more of an experience and more of a enjoyment. uh, but one assignment in English 2120 was Keithan poem about boiling water, which I'm going to talk about later. But his poem of boiling water reminded me of what Bruce Lee said about water. Well, it was not about boiling, but it was about water. And here's one of his quotes: "Empty your mind by be formless, shapeless like water. Now, now you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now the water can flow or it can crush." And I gotta admit that does not make sense, but the crushing part, but I think it depends on your perspective and point of view about it, but that's why Keevan's poetry about boiling water got me thinking about that one. Because when I read it, his poem about boiling water, it sounded like he was angry. It was like build up steam, and when the oven is off or something like that in the poem, there is no steam, there's just water and stuff. And I thought that was like he was angry or something. That what my point of view on that poem was. But and that's why I got so interested in that. But yeah, that was a good poem. I really liked it a lot. That the Keevan's poem reminded me of the saying Bruce Lee talked about of water. So yeah, it's very difficult to understand these poems. Like I know I research what Steamy S D Night did. Oh wait, that's a TV show. Never mind. Well, never mind. Yeah, let's look at Stephen S. D. Knight, on the director who played not played made Spartacus. Like some of the poetry talks, the dialogue talks like that of those characters in the cast, and they speak in metaphor tongue also, which like what? But it's very nice to hear and very pleasant depending on the situation of the story of it, and that's pretty much how I review poetry. It's like how the cast of Spartacus, of the dialogue of the text speak. So it's very difficult to decipher it. And it brings me to this, the other media lab, the assignment that we did. I feel like whatever the genre of the poem, they can understand the genre. Like for this example, like my life is a video game. I read this poem and I understood it because I'm into video games. So I think, but that doesn't mean like I won't read other non-interesting genre poetry. I will do read other poetry, but those ones that I'm not into, I don't understand them. But in this genre, I do understand it. It's very difficult to tell what's what and what's not. But this, I can understand completely. Like this one, who will I am like Mario, who will keep pushing to find my Princess Peach. Like he's like the author of this poem, like simply stating like he's trying to find somebody that he can relate to, like a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever he's looking for, like a lifetime partner. That this means. He's like Mario trying to find his Princess Peach, and that's, I can understand that reference and metaphor. So it's not about like, it is trying to figure out what these other poems are trying to say, but it's not really. But if the poems are in your genre field that you really enjoy so much in life, you will know the metaphors right away because you are into that. Now, I know like in class that like we read the poems that we don't, well, that I don't understand, but my classmates under them understand it really quick and give more perspective. But me, I have trouble of like looking at their point of view, but I'm like experiencing the poem, but I do not know what that means. Maybe one of these days I know what that means, but until then, it's just interesting to read them a little bit, but very difficult to understand them. So yeah. That's pretty much the whole basic of this. Trying to decode poetry, and it depends on the genre of the poem that you will understand the meaning behind the art language of poetry. So this is my thesis and my theory. And so far the theory is kind of making sense. So thanks for watching.